Right. What's going on here? There you go. Let me check what's going on. Okay, sometimes you experience difficulties as you are going live. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Live. Let's go. Okay, there you go, Eureka. All right. After these technical glitches, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jay coming at you live. Today is, I believe it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? Let me see. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Thursday. It's already Thursday. Oh my God. It's already the end of the week. So Thursday evening, continuing with Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Viran. I left off with chapter 4, and I left off here. Okay. So let me continue. If you want to find out what we talked about in the first part of chapter 4, refer to my previous video. It's all uploaded. Continuing, the more enthusiasm and faith you are able to put into your picture, the more quickly it will come into visible form, and your enthusiasm is increased by keeping your desires secrets. Key word here. When you have an idea that is so out of left field to share with the people in your life, keep it to yourself because they're only going to knock on it. And what happens um, when you share too much of yourself, of what's inside of you, with others, is that by communicating out, it just kind of, if they don't add onto it, it gets weakened. So if it's not somebody, a mentor or somebody that's there to fully support you and help you grow that idea, do not share it. Keep it to yourself. And she gives you the opposite coin of this, because she says, you know, uh, the more perfectly a secret between your mind and outer self is guarded. What's going on, Paul? Good to have you here, Pablito. Um, the more perfectly a secret between your mind and outer self is guarded, the more vitality you give your power of attraction. So whatever it is that you're thinking in your mind, and saying the secret is guarded between your mind and your outer self is what's going on in your mind and what's happening around you in your life. Because when you first have this amazing idea, a lot of the times it's not going to match your outer reality. So it's up to you to keep growing your belief in this idea until your outer conditions start to match this. And she gives this example of the opposite coin, like I was saying. She says one tells one's troubles to weaken them, to get them off of one's mind. And when a thought is given out, its power is dissipated. Talk it over with yourself and even write it down and at once destroy the paper. So you guys know I was sharing on part 1 about how you deal then with these ideas that you already have in place that don't help you in regards to achieving or in regards to getting to where you want to go, because somehow it seems that you have like this auto destruct mechanism in here where you are doing your best to step out, but every time you go and try to step out, it pulls you right back in, and it wants to keep you in your comfort zone. And what it's saying is, in those cases, yeah, talk it out. And you know what? Even if you don't talk it with other people, talk it over with yourself and even write it down and at once destroy the paper. So actually, it's giving you Genevieve is giving you a timeless a timeless a nugget, a timeless I don't know if it's a technique, but it's giving you a timeless tip, advice that you can use it with anything. Whatever is troubling you, put it down on paper, write it out, because it's not what you want, and destroy the paper with the intention of you visually destroying this thought, this idea that's working against you. So it's not necessarily, it does not necessarily mean that because you write it out and you destroy the paper, you destroy the thought in here. But what it means is that now you have a graphic visualization of destroying something that you don't want, quote unquote, right? So once you get in tune with that, with the destruction of that which you don't want, now you have this clear space for you to create from a place of from a place of your desires and what it is that you want. And she gives an example about a doorman who uh, manifested $5, and like the I know that the amount is nothing extraordinary, but the moral of the story is that the doorman who did not do anything out of ordinary, picture himself materializing or attracting to himself $5, and something happened in the building, and he did someone a favor, and that person ended up handing him $5 bills to make $5, and he was like, "Whoa! Like I actually was thinking about manifesting $5." Um, so that's the moral of the story. Like what she's saying is that if you picture it in your mind and you keep it to yourself and you make it a reality, sooner or later something's going to happen that's going to actually materialize your desire in your life. It is this power which enables you to transfer your thoughts from one form to another. The power to change your mind is the individualized universal power taking the initiative, giving direction to the fluent substance contained in every thought. It is the simplest thing in the world to give this highly sensitive plastic substance any form you will through visualizing. Anyone can do it with a small expenditure of effort. Wow. So think about this, guys. It is your power to transfer your thoughts from one form to the other, from the invisible to the visible. Whatever you're thinking here right now, guess what? It's as real in here as it is anywhere else. And check this out. You can be arguing for your negativity and your limitations and make them very real in your life, or you can start to use that same power and argue for everything that's possible and your greatness and make it real in your life. It's the same effort. Um, and she's saying this power is 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 your power to give direction to the fluent substance contained in every thought. So everything that you're thinking is fluid. It's a substance that can be molded. And through visualizing, you can give very specific directions to the sensitive plastic substance, and it will materialize through your visualization. Once you really believe that your mind is the center. Sorry, I'm pointing fingers at you. Once you realize that, once you really believe, keyword believe, that your mind is a center through which the plastic substance of all there is in your world takes involuntary form, the only reason why your picture does not always materialize is because you have introduced something antagonistic to the fundamental principle. What does that mean? What is she talking about? What do you mean that the reason why my picture does not materialize is because I'm introducing something antagonistic? So basically, what she gives here is two examples, and she talks about it in terms of like pictures, right? And she's saying you are either changing the picture too often, right? Um, in chapter one, she was talking about the picture slides, right? And she's like, you're either changing the picture slide too often from one picture to the other, not giving enough time for the process to work in your favor. Either that, or you are literally like sliding in two slides at the same time, making the picture very confusing and very unclear as to what it is exactly that you want to see projected. So my question it is, so my question for you all is, so yeah, so like she's saying in the book, what are you picturing and what are you materializing? Are your thoughts clear and organized? Do they have order? And I'll leave you with this last paragraph. The law is that the originating creative principle of life is the universal here and everlasting now. It creates its own vehicles through which to operate. Therefore, past experience has no bearing upon your present picture. Do not try to obtain your desire through a channel that may not be natural for it, even though it may seem reasonable to you. Your feeling should be that the thing or the consciousness which you so much desire is normal and natural, a part of yourself, a form for your evolution. If you can do this, there is no power to prevent your enjoying the fulfillment of the picture you have in hand or any other. Good to have you, Gabby. Good to have you, Tony. And with that, guys, my time is up for today. Thank you all for being here with me today, and I'll see you with more on the next one. And for deeper insights, check into the Phenomenal Paradigm Facebook group, in which I share more in-depth Rafael, more in-depth insights and practical application of how your mind works. And these are universal laws. This is not hoorah. This is not like some unsubstantiated weird thing. Is how things actually work in life in the universe and how things have been working since the beginning of time. And it's about us getting related properly as to who we really are and what powers do we really possess and how we are using those powers. And like I talked about briefly today, is are you using your power arguing for your limitations and all the reasons why you can't do something, or are you using your mental power to argue about why something can be possible, why something that you haven't been able to do before now suddenly becomes possible for you? Just like when the Wright brothers were attempting to achieve manpower flight, the whole world was against them, making fun of them. You guys are just basic mechanics. You guys are not educated. You guys are not smart enough, and whatever. But the Wright brothers, with just a vision in their mind of going out and crashing 5 times every day until they figured it out, they just figured it out. And with that, the whole world's logic shifted along with them to the point where their first flight was only 14 seconds long. And guess what? Nowadays, we can fly around the world in less than 24 hours. And even, I mean, that's commercial, but there's like supersonic jets and whatever that can fly, I don't know, obscene amounts of distances in a very short period of time. And that's because there were people that went against logic. They knew that as long as, just like one Wright brother told the other, I can see ourselves flying with ease in this machine that we're making. They made the impossible possible. Just like Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile, and after that, everybody somehow was able to break the 4-minute mile. Until somebody does it, everything seems impossible. But when it's done, it's like, oh my God, it's possible. Think about that. Are you arguing once again? Are you arguing and are you too stuck in your own mentality and arguing about all your limitations as to why everything can't be done, or everything is not possible, or everything is too risky, or you don't know enough about, or whatever? Like, you can list all your reasons why you're not doing what you know that you should be doing. Or you can actually just say, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. Everything's going to work out as long as I have a vision of what it looks like for me to be doing what I really want to be doing with my life, in my life, by my own design. You have the power to do it. And this is what the book is talking about in very, 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 very eloquent and very deep principle, by sharing deep principles and universal laws. With that, guys, I'm sorry I went on a little rant today. I got a little passionate, but with that, I'll see you all tomorrow. And like I said, check back into the Phenomenal Paradigm Facebook group, where I'll be going a little deeper on the insights that I shared today. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.